Oh, who you all? Hello, this is Tease. Good day, good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. Hope all are safe. Um, so I literally just made it. Well, I didn't just make it to Chicago, but I'm here now. So I'm gonna crash in Chicago until I finish my journey. But I think two updates. So the first update, remember when I mentioned with the whole pet, pet area? Like, where the hell is the pet area? So apparently there was a pet area at LAX, but I only seen the sign where it pointed, okay, pet area. So I went over there, but the only thing I seen were pretty much the gates. I didn't see the pet area or the quote unquote outside or wherever what tree did they go to pee on? But apparently there's one, but I guess you need your glasses on to find it. But I found that interesting. Um, yeah. So I only seen the pet area sign. I didn't see the quote unquote pet area because I followed the sign, but I literally only seen more gates. Unless it was in between it. Maybe it's just not out and open. Maybe I didn't have my glasses on. And also too, and I wouldn't say I'm actually jet lagged because even before I woke or before I went to go leave, I was like literally so tired to where I almost slept up until 10. Like I normally don't even sleep till 10, but I was like sleeping lately. So it's like now I'm just like had to sit down somewhere because I'm like I didn't even feel like actually sitting up to make the damn video, but I just wanted to put this part in because there's an update on the false alarm. Yeah, but yeah, so that's why I'm laying halfway because literally I'm about to fall out. But the update on the false alarm is the false alarm. Remember with the purge, where they say, oh, okay, January 1st, it's gonna be a purge in Chicago. And mind you, I'm in Chicago, so I can go straight to the purge. And I'm thinking like, okay, well, what the hell do they mean with the purge? And the lady from Chicago was pretty much saying, she's like, well, that's just pretty much saying that now the system's going to be purging. They're going to be purging time out of people, whoever needs bond. Now, that's not to say, that's pretty much saying they don't get bond. So if you are in there and then you need bond and you don't have it, then it's like, okay, well, you're just going to be sitting in there like they've been doing. But it's pretty much like, okay, don't worry, don't even bother paying the bond because you ain't going nowhere. So that's pretty much what it is. They're purging time out of whoever's sitting behind bars, basically, because that's a lot of money to be letting people out. That's too much money. That's why they're in there, to make money. But anyway, and like I said, the false alarm was them saying like, oh, they're gonna let so many people out because they can't accept the money. Like, how crazy did that sound? So instead of them saying, hey, you don't have it, just go ahead and get out and do crime, how they pretty much had the world thinking, it's pretty much like, okay, well, you ain't got it, but then just sit there like you've been doing. So again, the system is purging time out of them. And that's not to say that there will not be a purge on the first. Cause like I say, I mean, everyone's going crazy. If I go crazy, you go crazy at the same time, then hey, maybe that is a purge. But I'm not saying that there's not going to be a purge. It just won't be done by anybody who's serving bail, who's waiting on bail, basically. If you wait on bail, you're going to be serving time, basically. You will not be out to purge. So that was a false alarm. They pretty much said, okay, if you have a bond and you can't pay it, or if you have a bond, then I'm just going to release you because you have bond. No. I guess according to the Chicagans, if you have bond and you can't pay it, you're gonna be, you can be purging, all right, purging your time behind bars. And I didn't mean to smirk when I said that, but somebody's gonna be purging. But like I say again, it will not be anyone who's waiting on bond. In so many words, don't you get me wrong. There's nothing keeping anyone from purging. Or is it a movie, or you really want the purge in Chicago? I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm just saying it will not happen from anyone who's waiting on bail. Okay? So that's the real story. I guess with the media, they make it sound so bad. Oh my gosh, they're getting rid of bail. Now it's going to be crazy. And that's another thing too. But getting rid of bail, do you really have to drop bail for it to be crazy? I don't think school shooters had bail. They're not waiting on bail. They're just doing it. So it's like, you don't need to be released from jail, or you don't need to, well, I guess you could get the queue, but again, that's not to say that nothing won't happen on the first, or it's not to say that there's not more craziness to come. All I'm saying is it just will not happen it won't happen from anyone waiting on bail. So they gave the false narrative of, oh, okay, hey, they're waiting on bail, and since a lot of people can't pay bail, we're going to release them so they don't have to pay bail. Like, no, instead of giving you a discount and saying, hey, don't worry about paying the bail, they'll just say, don't worry about paying the bail, and You can do all the purging you want behind bars. I don't know why I keep laughing. But that's the long and short of it. From what I understood, the long and short of it is we're not necessarily dropping bail, but we're dropping maybe they are dropping bail, but you won't be getting released due to not having bail, so to speak. Yeah, so the system is purging. They're purging the inmates, and they're purging on the streets too. Because, like I say, if you're waiting on bail, you will not be participating in the January 1st purge as advertised. Anyway, but hope all are well, hope all are safe.